Two kinds of people claim to be atheists. The first kind are those who have not thought about the existence of a God and therefore cannot be expected to believe in such a thing, or who, having thought about it, see no sufficient reason to believe. The second kind of atheist are those who know with certainty that the existence of a God is impossible. These latter few I call the true atheists. The former kind take no real position on the matter, not even that of agnosticism. They deserve a name of their own, so I call them floaters. It's unfashionable to be an atheist in an agnostic world. It's unfashionable to think at all, for that matter, in this our new age of freedom and enlightenment. But some of us are doomed to think for no other reason than we've been led to believe that truth is valuable. That is, we few poor wretches have been led to believe that all truth is valuable, and not just some truths. A true atheist is ultimately the enemy of theists, agnostics, and floaters. Theists believe in a traditional God. An agnostic maintains that it's impossible to know for sure whether a God exists or not, and a floater takes no real position at all. Atheists alone are certain that it's impossible for a God to exist, and because they put more value on truth than do others, they necessarily see all other views as destructive to some degree. To see the importance of being atheist, we should first establish the truth of atheism, and then establish the importance of being truthful. The importance of truth is one thing very few people have ever considered. To understand why it's impossible for a God to exist, we need to understand what we mean by existence. The only sensible definition for existence is that a thing is said to exist if it relates in some way to some other thing. That is, things exist in relation to each other. A thing must exist relative to an observer of some kind at the very least. Now, God is generally defined to be infinite, in which case it's not possible for there to be anything other than God, because infinite means unbounded and is all-inclusive. But if there is nothing other than God, then God cannot be said to exist for the reason just explained. God is simply another word for nature, and nature does not exist as such, it just is. It may then be argued in defense of the traditional God that there could be some manner of existence which is beyond our awareness. But no other manner of existence is possible for the simple reason that we define what existence is, and it's logically impossible to have any other sensible definition than the one we have. But what of finite gods? What of deistic concepts? Now, it's true that it's theoretically possible that some powerful and highly advanced alien being created our space-time bubble for some purpose or other. However, such a being and its actions are of no philosophical or spiritual significance, because the scenario does not inform us on the nature of existence or reality. It has no relevance to what is ultimately true of reality, and therefore of academic interest at best. Having established the truth of atheism and the impossibility of an infinite God, and the irrelevance of any finite gods, it might then be asked, so what? What value is truth if it doesn't make life enjoyable? Well, it frankly does. I often find truth enjoyable. It's just a matter of approaching it with courage and humility, or with the courage of humility. Everyone wants strength, freedom from fear, clarity and permanence. And only truth and reason can provide those things in any real way. That is, only atheism can provide one with a solid basis upon which concepts of what it is to be human can begin to form. And indeed it will be found that only the truly practicing atheist, free of God and of all gods, living openly and with infinite understanding, can be called the truly human. For to be truly human is to be truly conscious. And only the atheist living in that infinite understanding can be said to be truly conscious.